villager doesn't value his time, why would he? He's still playing Genshin Impact. Bucky dedicates every minute of his time to work on his goals and achieve his purpose. But Bucky never forgets to give time to the one that gave him that time in the first place. If you go back to praying after self-improvement like I did, you started valuing your time and being more essential and efficient, and setting some deadlines and working on your goals and wanting to be more productive. And I don't know about you, at that point I kinda got in a weird state when it comes to doing my prayers. For example, I could speedrun my prayers and save 3 minutes on every pray, that's like around 20 minutes in a day, or I would just pray in home and not go to the mosque, even though it's like 200 meters away, so I could probably save 30 minutes. Or why would I read Quran? I'm not obliged to do it. I could do more work or read these self-improvement books that will actually help me achieve my goals. Or why would I do those extra sunnah prayers? Because I have a deadline to meet. So at that point, you might get into that weird state. You obviously want to achieve your purpose and goals, but you feel that praying is somewhat disconnected from your goals. Like obviously as a Muslim, getting good deeds and getting to heaven is one of our deepest purposes, but it somewhat feels disconnected from your work. It's just something that you do and go back to doing your work. So I kept coping with that state for a while. Oh, if I don't go to the mosque tonight, do extra prayers, I might be able to upload this video, bro. Oh, if I don't do this, I could work out earlier, bro. And the list goes on. But one day I stumbled on this Imam lecture about time management, and he basically said that dedicating time to God has the highest ROI of your time. It is the best investment of your time that you could make. Obviously you will get rewarded by good deeds which we believe will get us to heaven and live our best lives after we die. But it's not just that. God will give you 10 times as much as the time that you dedicated to him back to you without you even realizing it. For example, you could have gotten sick for 2 weeks. You probably missed most of your workouts and didn't even achieve anything for those 2 weeks, and now your productivity is ruined, but God protected you from it just because you dedicated more time to him, maybe prayed, read some Quran or done some dua. Of course he will protect you from that sickness. He could even prevent family problems, accidents, even your small decisions that you take throughout all day. And I've experienced this. I came back from school last week and I obviously went to do my prayers instantly, and since I was feeling a little tired after I've done my prayers, I didn't get up and do the work, bro. I stayed a little and done some dua and tasbih, which is basically to saying some phrases to appreciate God, which is not really essential. You're not obliged to do it, but you preferably wanna be doing it after every pray. But it's like 1 minute or 2, it doesn't take that much time. And so after I've done that tasbih, I got up and do the work, bro. Fast forward 30 minutes later and I kept a video rendering on my editing program, and it would probably take like a decent amount of time. So I said, why not get this haircut? And the moment I left my room to search for some pocket money, my dad entered and gave me the exact amount of money that I needed to get a haircut. And then I walked to the barber shop and I found him just finishing the cut for his last client. Think of it, I probably just saved hours, because I don't know about you, but if our barber shop is like free full, you probably have to wait hours till you get to your turn. And so I got that haircut instantly, and it took me like 20 minutes. And the moment I was gonna pay him, I put my hands in my pockets and I found nothing. So I said to him, I will just walk back home and then go back and give you your money, which is probably like at least 20 minutes wasted. But the moment I left the barber shop, I somewhat thought of rechecking my pocket, and surprise surprise, I found that money and went back and paid him. Now you might say, that's a coincidence, bro, you were just lucky. But if you're Muslim and have some faith in God or read some Quran, you know for a fact that God can control every single decision that you take subconsciously without you even realizing it. Think how valuable that is to achieve your goals. Imagine if God just somewhat guided you to success. Imagine just not knowing what decision to take, pray and ask to God to just guide you to the right direction. Wouldn't that make a huge difference to help you achieve your goals? So yeah, don't be discouraged to dedicate time to God. Since Ramadan is coming, don't be lazy to read Quran and maybe do those extra prayers in the night, because God will 100% give you that time back and even save you more time and help you in the process process of achieving your goals without you even realizing it, unless you're obviously doing something meaningful. But if you do the reverse and do bad deeds and take out the time that you used to dedicate to God, trying to save some minutes here and there, God will not only take the time that you saved back, but He will make you even lose more time. And I've experienced this yesterday, and this is why I wanted to add this part to the video, because I knew I needed to share the story after it happened. I basically wanted to upload this video where I binge eat peanuts and give you some poking up advice, which is kinda similar to the binge eating carrots and giving you cutting advice, but it's just literally the reverse of it. So I started preparing to record that video since the start of the day. I have to go these fucking books right here and get them arranged so I can have the plate up there and keep experimenting with different camera angles and mic positions till I got to like 8:30, and I had school at 9 a.m. but I didn't really want to go. It's like an hour of physics or some bullshit. So I lied to my mom and said, oh yeah, I will go to school and take the public transport, don't worry. And meanwhile, bro, at 9 a.m. I was getting ready to hit the gym and obviously had to buy more peanuts and everything. And I didn't want to wait for my parents to get home or for my brother to get home and ask him to take some money, because I thought, oh, I'm already going outside, why not bash those shallow tasks, save some time. So I kinda stole some money from my bro, which is not really a huge deal, but I didn't tell him afterwards or something. I just took it without saying a phrase. And keep those two details in mind: I stole and I lied. So I worked out, bought the peanuts, and then I got home, ate my proteins, and started prepping the peanuts, and ended up burning them. Now they taste like shit, so I had to cope with eating 2,000 calories of peanuts that should taste good, but they didn't taste good, and keep that burning detail in mind. And so after that, I started peeling the peanuts. And this is the first time in my life that I felt that peeling peanuts is actually something purposeful, cause I could get a better thumbnail, bro, get more views. I guess fair enough. And I was basically planning to skip the 2 p.m. class and record that video, but my mom kept nagging and she didn't want me to skip the class, even though I told her I will study more in home and achieve 10 times as much as they do in that 2-hour class, but she didn't want to. So I said there is no point of fighting her anymore, I'll just record it tomorrow or something. So I went to school and then came back and prayed and ate some proteins and edited some of the first part of this video. And when my mom came back and brought her phone with her, which I like to record with because it has a better camera quality than my shitty phone, so I said, why not record that peanut video? I was feeling hungry anyways, so I started recording, and also I got into a focused flow state and felt a little charismatic and productive. But 1 hour in, I started hearing the call to prayer of Salat of Isha, which is basically the prayer that we do in the night after like 1 hour of the sunset. And while recording, I said I wanted this video to be authentic, so I didn't want to go for a 30-minute break and then go back and say, oh, I just binged ate 2,000 calories of peanuts, bro. So I didn't go to the mosque and pray and just said, oh, I'll pray in home later on. And 1 hour later, and it was like 9:30 at that point, I was feeling really exhausted. I couldn't feel my butt from sitting on the chair and my traps were sore as hell. I almost finished that video, but the camera ran out of battery, so I had to charge it, then went and do my prayers and everything, and then go back to recording the last part of the video. And I finally finished it. And the fulfillment I got after doing that, it's like coming 10 times. But when I started checking the files in my phone that I was going to send to my PC to edit, I didn't find the last 5 minutes of the video because the phone ran out of storage and it automatically stopped the recording. So I said fine, I'll just go record that last part. So I obviously needed to delete some old videos so I can record that new one. And for some reason, I thought that the video tab was like the binned videos. It's like when you delete a video and it temporarily saves in a bin. And so I said I would just clean it up so I can re-record that outro. And even though it was 80 gigabytes, I still thought that those videos were already deleted, but they just have to get permanently deleted. So I deleted them. 3 seconds later, and I just realized the mistake that I've done. I just deleted all the videos on the phone. That 3-hour headache that I kept coping with all night so I can record that video. That suffering from binge eating burnt peanuts. All that preparation all day and buying peanuts and borrowing money here and there. And lying to my mom and wanting to skip classes. All that effort that I've done just disappeared. I instantly had an anxiety attack after that shit. Started crying, I kept punching the walls and throwing books, and I just wasn't mentally healthy after it. And after a while, I calmed out a little and went to YouTube and tried to recover the last data that I've lost from my phone, but I couldn't. I even watched Indian tutorials about it, but I still didn't find any solution. Everyone just posting some scammy clickbaity bullshit that made me even more anxious and depressed. And after I got into my bed and calmed down a little, and since I had some faith in God, and I knew that God accepted this thing to happen for me, I started memorizing the things that I've done to make that video. I've lied to my mom, which is a sin in Islam. I stole my brother, which is another big sin in Islam. I fought my mom and stressed her out. I've probably said the F word 100 times in that video that I recorded, and I delayed my prayers and felt distracted in them, and I took them like a Minecraft speedrun, and I probably just ruined my health from the peanuts that I ate in the night. I probably done some other bad deeds throughout the day that I probably forgot. And so after I memorized those things, I said, yeah, I deserve this. Of course God will accept me making that dumb decision. Of course he will. I lied, I stole, I neglected my prayers and took some time from him, even ruined my health. So that was a lesson for me to learn from. I should never ever take down from God again, or break the Islam values that we live with, or do some bad deeds just to save some time and be more productive and essential and work on my goals, bro. Shut up. If you give more time to God, he's gonna give it back to you and even save you more. And if you take some time from God, he will take it back and make you waste 10 times as much of that time. And this is a lesson that I've learned the hard way, and I hope my two stories were the best example for that. I usually say this phrase whenever I found myself drifting in that weird mindset about my prayers. I say, I would rather be poor but without stealing and without lying than be rich by stealing and lying. I have to go to Salat of Asha right now, and as always, there is no time when you're ready to take action.